that if you do not ask, you do not get, right? You knew that before today? So what is it that stops you from asking for the things that you want in your life? What stops you from asking? Rejection, sure, there's one. What else? Fear. It's kind of funny, I can ask this question anywhere in the world. I get those same three answers. I get rejection, I get fear, and I get fear of rejection. Those are the three things that we work with. And let's deal with the rejection piece first of all. Who in this room has been rejected by somebody they care about in like the last 7 days? I don't know what it was. You might have wanted Chinese food. They might have said, next vacation, love to go here. And they're like, what's wrong with you? You might have wanted to have fun in the bedroom. And they're like, not tonight, honey. I don't know what it was. You had one idea. They had a different idea. You got rejected. And in our personal lives, more often than not, no big deal. Correct? No big deal. Why is it it's no big deal in our personal lives when we face rejection, yet in our professional lives we take it personal? That's weird, right? In our personal lives, rejection is no big deal, but in our professional lives, we take it personal. I think I know why. I think it's in our personal lives, we're somewhere near certain they are not saying no to us. They're saying no to it. That's a very different thing. See, if my wife is not into it tonight, then it's no big deal. Why is it no big deal? Because I'm pretty darn certain at some point in time in my future, me and Chinese food will be reunited. We'll be together again. She just meant not tonight. That's what she meant, not tonight. See, the customers that are saying no to you right now, they're not saying no, they're saying no, not right now. Job is to be able to stay front of mind. Rejection is part of the game. What about this fear thing? Is fear real, yes or no? Ever seen anybody try and convince us that fear is not real? Maybe you've seen like a corporate trainer or perhaps a TikTok influencer take the word fear and turn it into an acronym. And they maybe put it up on a flip chart, and it's like it's an F and an E and an A and an R. And they get so excited. They say, you know what fear really is? They say all that fear really is it's false evidence appearing real. I must have seen that like a gazillion times. The best I can think of every time I see it is like, dang, that's cute. Could you imagine being scared? Like genuinely scared, and that being delivered to you as advice, and it being in any what helpful? Wouldn't help very much, would it? But you know what I see in this industry right now, in markets like this one right now, and with agents like you right now when faced with fear? What I see in markets like this one in this moment is what I see F everything and run. How do we not do this? How do we go in the other direction? Why can't we go back to the way it used to be? I mean, where's 2020 all over again? Yes or yes? See, we have to get good at understanding that fear is actually a tool for us. Who in this room is good at maybe something, anything? Anybody good at anything? That once upon a time you were a teensy bit scared to do. Often the way that we get to be good at things is because when we start, we're a teensy bit scared to be able to do it. If that is true, what else has to be true? Basic story math is that fear is the fertilizer of growth. That's what fear is. Fear is the fertilizer of growth. Now, I've worked in over 800 different industries in 59 different countries. I've worked with everybody from archaeologists to zookeepers. I've learned something really fascinating that might help you wrap your head around fear. Would you like to know what I've learned? I've learned for certain that approximately 0% of people know what they're doing. For sure. The majority of some of the world's biggest leaders on the planet are doing the best they can with what they've got to help the situation that's right in front of them in support of the people that they care about. Can you do that? The best you can with what you got to be able to help the people that are right in front of you and show up for the people you care about? But you got to be able to do it scared, and if you're not scared, you're not growing. The growth that got you to where you are right now is because you were fear-fueled to be able to get there. And I promise you, in market conditions like the ones that we're in right now, the ones that don't embrace the fear will be the ones that decide to take on board a new career. I would be encouraging every one of you to get so good that you put other agents out of business. That's how good to get. Make it so hard for other people to play that they're going to live scared and leave, and you're going to embrace scared and grow, and you're going to steal some market share. Sound like a playbook worth playing with? And I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, yeah, but how? Phil, you've beat me up for 20 minutes or so. Help piece it back together again. Would it help if I can give you some words that can allow you to ask for the things that you want in life more freely? Would that be helpful? So, young lady, your name is? Say for me 1 second louder. Nicole. See, if I wanted Nicole to consider an idea of mine, if I wanted to position an idea towards Nicole, I'd position it with a sequence of words in front of it. If I positioned the ask with the words, I'm not sure if it's for you, what would Nicole's little voice do? It would actually do a couple of things. If we take it in full go slow mode, the first thing it would do is it would say, I will be the judge of that. It takes full personal responsibility that this ask is here for me. And then a curiosity gap is also peeved. You're wondering, what is it? And if anyone's unfamiliar with what a curiosity gap is, it's the same reason that you decided to only watch a single episode of a Netflix series, only to realize how wrong you were, and that what you needed to do was to finish the whole thing. Because the writers knew how to create curiosity gaps. Still unsure what a curiosity gap is? Ever found yourself watching a video on a social media platform like Facebook, and you knew from the start of the video this was going to deliver zero value to your life? And yet you find yourself 7 seconds in, and they're like, watch to the end. And you're like, okay, I'm going to watch it till the end. And then you're 27 seconds in, and you're wondering how many elastic bands it really does take to be able to burst a watermelon. And then you're like, well, where did these elastic bands even come from? Were they stretchy ones or tight ones to be able to start with? And then you find yourself 6 minutes and 13 seconds in, and poof. Okay, back to work. It's the ability to create a curiosity gap. Why? Because curiosity drives attention. Because it creates tension. And in the attention deficit society we're in right now, if you can create tension that turns to attention, then what you do is you have an audience. Now, in this example, there's a 3-letter word on the end. And if I wanted Nicole to consider an idea of mine, I'd say, I'm not sure if it's for you, but. Now, the word but holds immense power. And I'm not sure whether Uncle Ben or Peter Parker was the first to say it, but they said with great power comes great responsibility. Same is true with how we use the word but. See, people think it simply negates what was said prior. It doesn't. What it actually does is it shifts the focus to next. So if I wanted Nicole to consider an idea of mine, I say, I'm not sure if it's for you, but, and now I'm going to plant the big idea the other side. What does that look like in your world? It's, I'm not sure if it's for you, but there's a new property coming to market in a couple of days, and I thought you might want to see it before everybody else. Hey, I'm not sure if it's for you, but if you could find a little extra in a down payment, there's a strong possibility we can help get you more of what it is that you're looking for. Hey, I'm not sure if it's for you, but many of our other clients have found huge benefit in blank. Helpful? It allows you to flirt ideas to people to be pulley and not pushy. Big difference.